I never believed in urban legends. They were just stories people passed around to scare each other. But that was before I started working the night shift. Now I know better. Now I know that some stories are real, and some nightmares walk among us. It was my third week working as a security guard for a quiet suburban neighborhood. Nothing ever really happened here. My job was to walk the perimeter, check the locks, and keep an eye on the occasional drunk stumbling home after a late-night bar run. It was easy money, until the night I saw him. The neighborhood was wrapped in darkness, the streetlights barely illuminating the empty streets. I walked the same route I did every night, passing by rows of houses that were all quiet, everyone tucked in for the night. That's when I saw something, or rather, someone. He stood at the far end of the street, just outside the glow of the streetlight. Tall, motionless, and utterly wrong. I couldn't make out his face, only the dark outline of his figure. At first, I thought he was just another resident out for a walk, but something about the way he stood there, completely still, sent a chill up my spine. I took a step closer, the sound of my boots echoing through the silent street. "Hey, you okay?" I called out, my voice sounding far more confident than I felt. No response. The figure remained frozen, like a statue. I squinted, trying to make out his features, but there was nothing. No face, no eyes, no mouth, just smooth, pale skin where his face should have been. Gone in an instant. I blinked, and he was gone. One moment he was there, and the next, the street was empty. I looked around, my heart pounding in my chest, but there was no sign of him. The air felt colder, heavier, like something unnatural had just passed through. I tried to shake it off, telling myself it was just a trick of the light, a shadow playing tricks on my tired mind. But deep down, I knew better. Over the next few nights, the dreams began. At first, they were vague, flashes of empty streets and the sound of footsteps behind me. But soon, they became more vivid. In my dreams, I was walking the same route, the same neighborhood, but everything was off. The streetlights flickered, casting long shadows, and I could feel someone watching me. Every time I would turn a corner, and there he'd be, standing at the edge of the light, faceless, watching. The dreams didn't end when I woke up. During my shifts, I started seeing glimpses of him out of the corner of my eye. Always just far enough away that I could never be sure. But I felt his presence. I knew he was there, watching me, waiting. I asked around, hoping someone else had seen him, but no one knew what I was talking about. Then, one of the older residents, a man in his 60s, pulled me aside after I mentioned the figure to a group at the local diner. "You've seen him, haven't you?" he asked, his voice low and serious. The man without a face. I felt a chill run through me. "You've seen him too?" He nodded. "Years ago, same neighborhood. They say he's part of some urban legend. Some say he's a ghost, others a curse. I don't know what he is, but I'll tell you this. Once you see him, he never leaves." The nights grew longer, and my obsession with the Faceless Man deepened. I started avoiding sleep, terrified of the dreams that would come. But no matter how hard I tried to stay awake, exhaustion always won. And every time I closed my eyes, there he was. But it wasn't just in my dreams anymore. He started appearing in reflections, mirrors, windows, puddles on the street. At first, I'd see his figure standing behind me, just out of reach. Then, as time went on, the reflection changed. I started seeing myself, but it wasn't my face looking back at me. It was his. One night, while on my usual patrol, I found myself standing in front of a large, rain-soaked window. My breath fogged up the glass as I stared at my reflection. For a brief moment, everything seemed normal. But then, I saw it. My face began to blur, the features melting away like wet paint. My eyes, my mouth, everything disappeared, leaving nothing but smooth, pale skin. I stumbled back, heart racing, the image burned into my mind. That's when I felt it. a cold hand on my shoulder. I didn't need to turn around to know who it was. The Faceless Man had found me. He wasn't just watching anymore. He was becoming me.